Welcome, welcome, welcome. Share the live, like the live. Welcome to Auntie Time with the Queen, me, Sabrina. Hope everyone is doing well this Sunday. Hopefully, we got our dinner made this Sunday already, and everyone is doing what they need to do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, I'm gonna give me what I need. I got the ponytail going today. You know what I mean? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome my YouTube viewers over here. Welcome my TikTokers. I will be going from camera to camera. If you notice me looking to my right, it is because I am acknowledging my people here on YouTube. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone has been enjoying their weekend. They enjoyed their week. I hope it was a prosperous week for you as it was for me. As you guys know, every Sunday I tap in with you guys to share with you a little bit of grocery savings, travel tips and tricks, and single mom dating tips, as well as I give y'all my celebrity tea time picks that who I would love to have tea with. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome all who are on my TikTok land. Welcome all who are on YouTube. And as I am sharing anything with you kings and queens, please feel free to tap in on the comments for your questions and concerns. So let's get into it. As I always let y'all know, John Sells and Annie Mae Curry Sells birthed me. The Pueblo del Rio housing projects in Los Angeles, California raised me. And Tennessee State University in Nashville, Tennessee educated me. And those are the three components that have emerged me into the queen that I am today. Okay? And if you don't know me, all I always say is, baby, get to know me. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Tap in. Welcome, Richard. Welcome, Queen de Reigns. Welcome, Candy Girl. Welcome, Bimpy. Welcome, Kamada Twins. Thank you for the joining the live. Share the live, like the live. So we're going to get into it. So I always give y'all a recap on what I talked about last week. So last week we talked about doing strategic shopping because I have shared with you guys that in order to save money on your monthly grocery bill, you have to know what you already have in your in your pantry and in your refrigerator. And I share with you guys about trying to develop like a 2-week menu so that when you are shopping at the store, you're not just purchasing things that you don't need to purchase. And so I shared last week that maybe a 2-week menu may not work for you. Maybe you may just need to have a 1-week menu that will help you to be able to save on your monthly grocery bill. That's what I talked about last week. I also talked about last week, if you are not able to go out and shop for yourself, to avoid the lazy shopping, because we talked about how when you go and you pick things for yourself and you go and you do that self shopping, you're going to save money. I talked about how HEB has their seasonings that you can go and get the individual seasonings, how you can go and get oatmeal, coffee, those type of things that you have to package yourself. You're always going to save money on. But what if you can't do that yourself, right? So they have all of these type of apps that where people shop for you, right? So if you cannot shop for yourself, you always can have someone to go and shop for you, if that makes sense. But we do have to make sure that when we do have someone shopping for us, that they are maximizing your savings when they are shopping for you, meaning that they're using the coupons, meaning that they have the digital deals and things for you, because you always can shop online and do the pickup, right? Where Kroger's, you can pick up your order, Walmart, you can pick up your order, HEB, you can pick up your order. But you have to make sure that when you're making and purchasing that order, that you are applying those coupons that you have in order to save that money. Okay, so we're going to get into the topic of today. The topic of today: how we can save money on our monthly grocery bill. We can do that by simply budgeting the things that we want to buy. So, for example, you have your monthly grocery list. You're going to buy your meats, you're going to buy your vegetables, you're going to buy your fruit, you're going to buy your side items, you're going to buy your miscellaneous items and things like that. So, what I like to do is I like to actually set a budget for myself for the things that I'm going to buy. So, for example, I have a budget that I want to spend on fish and meat, right? So I spend no more than about $50 on meat and fish, right? And then I'm going to have my budget for my vegetables and fruit. I spend no more than about $25 on like vegetables and fruit. On like my miscellaneous items, like whether it's condiments, whether it's a little bit of something sweet or something like that, coffee or whatever, I'm going to have a budget for that too, maybe about $25, $30. And then you're going to have like your budget for like your juice and your water. So if you are budgeting out exactly what it is that you're going to spend and you're not going over that budget, then that's a way that you will be able to save money, right? By maximizing your savings and making a budget for yourself, if that makes sense, right? Okay. Another thing, how to save money. Let's not get caught up on brands, okay? Just like how I told you guys, let's not get caught up on a particular store. I'm just not a Target shopper. I'm just not a Walmart shopper. I'm just not an HEB shopper. I'm just not a Kroger shopper. I shop where my money wants me to shop, where I can maximize my savings, okay? Because guess what? Kroger, Walmart, Target, none of these stores are tied to you. They could care less, okay? They are not tied to you. They just want your money. So spend your money where you're going to maximize your savings the most, if that makes sense, okay? Um, so what I mean by let's not get caught up on brands. A lot of people, Walmart has their great value brand, right? And then Kroger has their Kroger brand. And then HEB has their HEB brand. Okay. All we have to do, kings and queens, to make sure that we're not alleviating from quality, let's take a look at the ingredients that are on the back of the boxes and on the back of the items that we're buying. Okay, so say we have that Kraft macaroni and cheese, and then you have that HEB brand macaroni and cheese. Let's compare and contrast those ingredients on that box to see, hey, well, what's really the difference? What am I really paying for? Okay, and then you would know if I'm really saving money. Am I comparing and contrasting the quality of the food? Okay, what am I lacking on? That's what we need to do when we are grocery shopping. We need not to be tied to a specific brand, because just like Walmart don't care about you, Kraft don't care about you, um, Folgers don't care about you. These brands do not care about you. The main thing that they want is your money. So we need to learn to pick and choose where we're going to spend our money and how we're going to spend our money. That is the main way you can maximize your savings on your monthly grocery bill, is not being tied to a specific brand. Now, I can say that some of the generic store brand um, items may not be up to par in quality. So we do have to watch that. I know, for example, my mother, she does not like no other type of sour cream. If it ain't Daisy, if it ain't the name brand sour cream, she don't want it. She said it just don't taste the same. And that's her opinion on that. For me, sour cream is sour cream. But for her, she does not like any type of store brand sour cream, if that makes sense. So let's maximize our savings with our shopping by not being tied to that brand. Okay, let's make sure that we are maximizing our savings and shopping where our money is going to be spent longer, if that makes sense, kings and queens. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments about anything that I am going over, please feel free to put it in the comments and I will definitely address them as I am in my live and I see them, if that makes sense. Okay. So, anywho, moving on to the next. Okay, dating. Single mom dating. It is definitely hard out here for a pimp. Okay. Now, I know when I was a single mom dating, it was hard. So, this is why this is a topic that I like to talk about. So, last week I talked about women. This is us, okay? When we get a man, because we've been so single, we've been doing a lot of things for ourselves. We don't know how to ask a man when we need help, okay? We're so used to just, taking out the trash, getting our oil changed, just doing a lot of things that kind of takes us out of our femininity as a woman, right? So we have to get back to that. Once you have a man, let a man be the man, because a man needs to feel needed. Okay. What is he there for if he cannot help you to alleviate some of your stress? Okay. I also talked about last week that we as women have to learn to play the damsel in distress. Okay. Even if we are not in distress, play that damsel in distress. Okay. Because for me, honey, after I go to the grocery store, I'm letting my king know, hey, I have a few bags that I need help with. Even if I can bring up all them bags by myself, queen, guess what? I'm going to call on that king to hop off that throne and come help me with those grocery bags, okay? Because that's how we can assure that the man is needed. How do you get a man, but you still doing everything by yourself? That's not what we're made to do. So once you get that king, queens, allow him to be that king, okay? Allow him to be your helpmate, okay? What's wrong with saying, hey, babe, can you run me some bath water? Hey, babe, can you get these groceries? Hey, babe, can you get that off the top shelf for me? Okay, a man needs to feel needed, just like a woman needs to feel needed. If that man ain't asking you to cook, then guess what we wonder? Well, who cooking for you? Where you eating at? Okay, because you done told me you can't cook. So who cooking for you if you're not asking me? So that's what a man is thinking too. Who is doing these things for you if I am not doing them for you? Queens, okay? So we got to think about that. So today's topic with dating, okay, as a single mother. Okay, let's talk about setting boundaries. How do we know when it's safe to leave our children with our new partner, our new significant other? How do we know, when it's safe? Okay, I say that the child will let you know when it is safe for you to leave them with that person. They will give you signals and start asking you questions. Hey, mother, where is such and such? Is that person coming over? Are we going to their house? Okay. They will let you know. Once your child starts asking about the person, they're wanting them to come over, then your child is letting you know that they are now comfortable. They are comfortable with your new person. Okay. we have to listen to our children, because our children let us know what is happening, how they are feeling about things. Okay, if your children, if you're not listening to your children about what's going on, and they're telling you about the person, then what are we doing? Because when we're dating somebody, it's not just about us, about what we like. Okay. We also want to make sure if that person has chemistry with our children, and your children will let you know. But also, even still, after that boundary and that initial meetup in the first time, maybe they have watched your child, guess what? You still want to check in with your child to say, hey, how are things going with you and such and such? Are they, have they made you feel uncomfortable? Did they say anything out of line? Because you don't want that child to think that, oh, just because this person is your partner, that, oh, you just gonna be believing everything that they're saying, that you don't have no more loyalty to your child. And you want your child to always feel like that they are safe with you, that they can talk to you about certain things. So even though we have our own trust in that person, we still have to trust what our child is saying as well. As single mothers, we have to trust what our child is saying, because they're going to let what's really going on with that person, if that makes sense. um Setting boundaries with your mate, even when they are watching your child, right? What are the boundaries that we're setting with them, right? So, for example, what can and you cannot talk to my child about? Am I comfortable with you disciplining my child or not? Those are conversations that you want to have with your partner, to make sure that you guys are on the same page, so that nothing out of whack happens. While that child is with that person, we want to make sure that those boundaries are set. Because I recently saw a video on Facebook where a mother confronted the girlfriend of the boyfriend about disciplining and hitting the daughter. The daughter came home, told the mother, hey, daddy's girlfriend whooped me and daddy wasn't there. Okay. Now, she called the father and asked the father, hey, do you know that your girlfriend hit our daughter? The father was aware of it. The father said, yes, I was. I told her that he could discipline her, that he could hit her. The girlfriend called the the boyfriend and said, hey, your child is not listening. She's over here with me. you know what do you want me to do? The father gave the girlfriend permission to hit his daughter. Okay, that was his choice. Now, where I think, the miscommunication was that the father of the child and the mother of the child were not on the same page as far as what the mother was comfortable with. Okay, now that's where things get a little bit blurry, because if the father has given the girlfriend permission to hit or discipline the child while she is watching the child, then it would seem to be okay, right? But if the mother is not okay with the girlfriend disciplining and hitting the child, that's where the issue lies, okay? And so maybe where this could alleviate an issue between those two women was, hey, have I met her? Because for me, I'm a mother. So as a mother, you should always think about, how would I react if it were me? Okay. If another person hit my child that I don't really have a relationship with, I don't really know them like that, how would I feel about that? Okay. So that's where the issue lies too. There may have been a different form of discipline that the woman could have done, but also Everyone needed to be on the same page of understanding the boundaries of what could be done. Okay. What can be done as far as disciplining the child? Because some people just don't like nobody hitting their child, regardless. Like me, I'm that type of person. Hey, the only person I want disciplining my child is me, the father, and maybe the aunties and the uncles, people that I trust with my child. Okay. So I'm not going to just be jumping the gate on something that, my child is coming home telling me. Once I called the father and the father said, hey, well, I gave her permission to hit our child, then hey, guess where the problem is? The problem is now with the father, because now I need to communicate with that father and say, hey, I'm not okay with that. Okay. We never had a conversation about your girlfriend disciplining our child. So my conversation would not be with the girlfriend, but my conversation would be with with the father, because he was the person who gave the authorization and the go for his girlfriend to discipline the child. So we always need to make sure that those boundaries are set with our partner, even if we have come to the a place where we are comfortable with our partner watching our child, maybe picking them up from school or walking them to the bus stop. We still need to set those boundaries so that they know what is okay to talk to the child about, what is okay to not talk to the child about. So it's just all about communication, right? And if you haven't had that conversation, then how can you expect anyone to know where you're coming from? So make things make sense, okay? So if you have any questions, like I said, or comments, or if this is an issue that you're dealing with, go ahead and put them in the comments and let me know, okay? But as I said, that child will let you know if they are comfortable with that person or not. Okay. So don't just push your child off on your new partner because you're comfortable with them and you think that they are a good person. If your child does not feel comfortable, then do not leave your child with that person yet, right? So make that make sense. So let's move on to travel. So last week I talked to you guys about a flight hack, right? How if you go actually to the airport and purchase your flights at the actual ticket counter, that you're going to save on those airport taxes and fees. I said where I saw people have purchased flights from Spirit for $15, from Frontier for $28. That's cheap, for a flight. $28, $15 for a flight. Baby, anybody can fly if we paying $15 and $28 for a round trip ticket. You should be able to go wherever you need to go. You should be able to ball on a good budget if your flight is $15 or $28. Now, we may not particularly want to fly Frontier or fly Spirit, right? A lot of people don't really like those airlines just due to the lack of amenities that they have when you fly with them. So that's just it. But the thing about it is like, are you trying to go, or are you trying to be at home? So that's the thing. Hey, either you're flying or you on the ground, because there's some people that's just grounded. So hey, we gotta look at it in that manner as well. Okay. So I also share with you guys travel hacks about dressing in layers when you are catching a flight, in order to not be stuffing that suitcase, in order to not make sure that you don't go over the weight. Okay. So I talked about how you can maybe wear a skirt with some leggings underneath, right? You maybe can wear uh two pair of socks. You can wear double shirts. You can wear a jacket and maybe a hoodie, so that you're not packing that hoodie inside of your suitcase. Maybe you can wear your hat on the plane like I have in this picture in the back, right? So you don't have to put that hat in your suitcase, right? So those are a little bit of travel hacks that you can use in order to be able to make sure that we're not stuffing our suitcase, right? So let's make sure we are sharing and liking the live, okay? people here on TikTok. Um, so let's get into it about this week's travel tips and tricks, right? So, you know how I talked about when you book your hotel, when you book at a your flights and things like that, when you book at a restaurant. I talked about how to maximize your experience, right? They always ask you, oh, well, what is this for? Is this for your birthday? Is this an anniversary? Like, what is going on? Like, what are we celebrating? Every time you make a reservation, they ask you, what is the occasion? Okay. So I told you guys, give them an occasion. Okay. The occasion is I'm celebrating that I woke up this morning and God still gave me breath. Okay. I'm celebrating the occasion of when I first got my master's. Okay. Everything can be celebrated. Okay. So if they ask you, give them an occasion because they always, restaurants, hotels, airlines, they are always trying to make you have a better experience, right? So let's try that with traveling. Okay. Next time you book a flight, maybe you not in first class. Okay. Maybe baby you in coach or you are in business class. Okay. Guess what it won't hurt to ask. Hey, am I eligible for a free upgrade? It's my birthday. This flight I'll be flying to Belize for my birthday. It's our anniversary. Can we possibly get an upgrade? Okay. Because guess what? That's free promotion for that airline. If they upgrade you, you have now become a walking commercial for whatever airline it is because you're going to tell about your experience. We are living in the age of social media. Okay. Because I know for sure if I book a flight on United, Southwest don't have no first class. United, American Airlines, you got to think about the airlines too, that you are flying on. It got to be an airline that has availability for an upgrade, okay? So we can't ask for an upgrade on an airline that don't even have first class, okay? So think about that too. So it never hurts to ask, can I get a free complimentary upgrade because it's my birthday? Because it's our anniversary. Okay, worst thing they can say is what? No. No. But if you don't ask, you're not putting yourself to get an opportunity to even get a yes, right? So let's try that the next time we're at the airport and you are flying maybe a United or American Airlines or Delta Airlines, something that has a first class um, that you can be upgraded to. Ask for a complimentary upgrade, okay? That's all. Another travel hack. Most of us, when we are traveling, we are staying where? At hotels or at Airbnbs, okay? So at every hotel, what do they have? They give you complimentary lotion, shampoo, and conditioner, right? Some even give you shower gel. Now, what do we know about all those free toiletries that they give us? They are all travel size, right? So, if these toiletries are travel size, why aren't we taking them so that when we go on our next trip, we already have some shampoo, conditioner, lotion, and maybe a little bit of shower gel? Or if those are not the type of brand that you use, queens and kings, hey, dump it out and then put what you like in there. Okay. You have now got travel size bottles of what you need for the airport. That way we can have a carry-on bag and we don't have to have a check bag because most of our liquids are already travel size, okay? Make things make sense for what it is that you need to do. That's the main thing, kings and queens, is that we got to make things make sense, okay? And we have to understand that when we are traveling, This is a temporary stay. So we only need to take what we need for when we are gone. We're not trying to take our whole bathroom. We're not trying to take our whole perfume counter. We're not trying to take our whole closet. Okay. So we have to learn to maximize our traveling by making sure that we are packing for travel size things, not home size things that we need for the whole month. Okay? Make things make sense when you are packing for your trip. Okay, kings and queens? Now it's time for what? The celebrity tea time picks, right? So we always have to pay homage to the queen of spilling tea, Wendy Williams herself. I pray that Wendy is getting well, that she is getting her treatments that she needs to help her to continue to be healthy, right? Now, I've been for the past, I want to say 2-3 weeks, I have been having kings that I would want to have tea with. And I'm definitely going to get back to my queens, but I definitely have some kings that I would definitely like to have tea with. Some of the people that I have shared with you, they have already passed RIP. It was OJ Simpson was last week, and it was Magic Johnson, right? But this week, okay, this week celebrity tea time picks are two actors, okay? The first one is Forrest Whitaker, okay? Now, Forrest Whitaker, I came to know you from Good Morning Vietnam, that movie, right? And then you had the movie Ghost Dog, okay? Now, that wasn't, now what I do know, Forrest Whitaker, is that you wasn't all that fine. Ain't never nobody ain't never said you was a Denzel. Okay. Now, I do know that you have been getting your roles not for your looks, but for your skill as an actor. Okay. And that is what it should be. It shouldn't be what you look like. I mean, sometimes you do have to kind of look apart, but you get roles, Forrest Whitaker, because you can embody those roles, right? And let me give you a little known fact, Forrest Whitaker. You may or may not remember me, but baby, I met you back in, I want to say 2000, 2001, when I was in high school. I was in a after school program that was for introducing youths, mainly minority youths, to the film and production industry. And it was led by a woman by the name of Barbara Stanton, okay, whom she is the daughter of a housing authority commissioner by the name of Ozzie B. Gonzack. Okay, so I actually knew Commissioner Gonzack before I knew Barbara Stanton because, as I told you guys, I grew up in the Pueblo del Rio housing development where I was president and vice president of the Housing Youth Council. And I got to meet the commissioners of the Housing Authority, and Commissioner Ozzie B. Gonzack was one of the commissioners that I actually got to meet. So it was kind of a full circle moment for me. Okay. So, Forrest Whitaker, yes, I did get to meet you. I do believe you came to our banquet where we presented our video project that we created and developed. And I believe you donated some of the video cameras that we use, some of the equipment that we use, the production equipment that we use. And we actually had our banquet, I believe it was at it wasn't at Universal Studios. I want to say it was at um um what is it? Paramount Studios. I think it was at Paramount Studios. I want to say that. And anybody who was in that program, tap in, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's where it was at. But yeah, when I met you, I can say, Forrest Whitaker, that you were a very down to earth person. You didn't seem bougie. You didn't seem Hollywood, as they say. Um, you met us where we were at. Okay, you knew we were youth who were coming from a challenged background, right? And that didn't scare you. I saw that you saw us as like one of you, that we were an aspiring actor or actress, and you were just trying to give us the game. So I definitely will give you your flowers for that. And I will never let nobody say nothing bad about you, Forrest Whitaker, because when I met you, you was real. And that's all I can say. Now I done met some celebrities that, baby, they wasn't real, and we gonna talk about that too, because Lorenz Tate, you one of them. Now when I met you, baby, you left a bad taste in my mouth. Now you may did us right in Love Jones, but you left a bad taste in my mouth when I met you, Lorenz Tate. But anywho, we on Forrest Whitaker right now. Now, where I am now still loving you, Forrest Whitaker, baby, you playing that Bumpy Johnson in the Godfather of Harlem. Now, I don't know if y'all are watching this series, okay, about Bumpy Johnson. But baby, Forrest Whitaker, he's playing that role, okay? And I love how they have the dynamic in there about Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X's friendship. So that's really what's very interesting to me with watching this series. But what I can say, Forrest Whitaker, is that you embody a role when you are in it, because as I'm watching it, I damn near thought you was Bumpy. I had to remember that this was Forrest Whitaker, but I thought you was Bumpy, okay? Because baby, the Godfather of Harlem is where it's at. So if y'all are not tuned in and tapped into it, you need to do it, because I'm all caught up on seasons 1, 2, and 3, and I am waiting for season 4. Okay, so let's get into that. Now, question for you, Forrest Whitaker. Um, because I don't know if you ever shared this, if you have, I have missed it. Okay, but what happened to your eye, Forrest Whitaker? Because I have always known for it to have that little lean to that eye. So, and at first, and I'm not even gonna lie, at first, when I first saw it, I thought, hey, you know, is this makeup on his eye? What's happening? But then I said, no, it's not makeup, because every role you got that eye. So, like they say, I'll give you that Forrest Whitaker eye real quick. Don't let them do it to you. So I want to know what happened. What happened to your eye that got it to be that way, Forrest Whitaker? And no disrespect, but we want to know. Okay. Now, second question. Why have you never thought to team up with another actor, per se, maybe Denzel or Samuel L. Jackson, to do and collaborate and do a project? Because I haven't seen that. The only collaboration of Black actors that we done seen pretty much on the screen continuously is Martin Lawrence and Will Smith with Bad Boys 1, 2, and 3, and now we waiting on 4. So why has that have never been something that you thought to do a project with another prominent Black successful actor as yourself? Okay, so we gonna move on to the next one. We all know him, and baby, all the older women like this one here. Baby, the king himself, Denzel Washington. Okay, baby. Now, let me tell you how I came to know you, baby, when you first played Malcolm X. Okay. When you first played Malcolm X, baby, that's when you hopped on my screen. And I knew who you were. Okay. And all I was hearing is, oh, Denzel this and Denzel that by all the women, okay? But what I can just honestly say, Denzel, you have never been in my age range to for me to be able to look at you like that. Now, maybe looking at you as like an uncle, as a father, but I never saw the Denzel Fine phase. I never saw that. Now, I know that you got a little bit of swag to you, Denzel. I'm going to say that. You got a little bit of swagger to you. But me looking at you saying, oh, Denzel is fine, that ain't never been in me, Denzel. And I'm gonna just tell you that ain't been in me because you not in my age range. Now, for the older women, you fine, but for me, you uncle. Okay, that's what you are for me. Okay, now we know I can't even run down Denzel all these movies you have been in. Okay, Devil in the Bruges, Out of Sight. Okay, um Equalizer 1, 2, and 3. Just it's just a lot. Okay, I can't run them down. But let me tell you, my favorite Denzel movie of all time, and can't nobody shake or move me on this because it ain't Training Day. Okay, baby, Man on Fire. Man on Fire, baby. When you played that John Creasy and you was Lupita's bodyguard, baby. Mm-hmm. That's my movie. You know why it's my movie? Baby, because you gave your life. You gave your life for Lil Peter, baby. You protected her to the end, okay? Denzel, that movie broke me down, okay? That movie broke me, okay? That is why that is my favorite movie because it broke me down. Okay, because of the love that you have for little Lupita, little Dakota Fanning in that movie. You know, I said, wow, this man is willing to give his life for this little girl's life. Because guess what? He realized that she had more life to live than him. And he committed to his job of protecting her. Okay. So, baby, Man on Fire is my greatest of all Denzel movie of all times that I can watch that movie over and over, baby. And I'm going to shed a tear every single time, Denzel, when you give yourself up in that car. Okay. I'm down every single time. Okay. Now, as I say, no one will ever be Denzel. Ain't gonna be another one. You are the king of the screen, okay? And anybody can challenge me, baby. I will challenge you every day and let you know that Denzel is the king of the screen, baby. He is an actor, okay? Baby is an actor, okay? And Fences, baby, you was doing too much. You know you did Viola wrong when you didn't had that outside baby and then had Viola raise that baby. So yeah, you done did some questionable roles too, Denzel. I'm gonna say that, but you commit to your role, like they say. You have to commit to the role as an actor, okay, in order to fully understand the role that you are playing. You must commit to the role. So, what I would want to ask you, Denzel, okay, what role that you took on that had the deepest and created the deepest emotional roller coaster for you when you committed to that role? What role was it that took you on the most deepest emotional roller coaster with trying to commit to that role? Okay, because I've heard a lot of actors say that, oh, when I committed to be in this role, it actually depressed me, or I started having nightmares and things like that. So tell me that role, Denzel, that really emotionally affected you the most? Okay. Second question. Now you Denzel, okay. You got your son who's acting now, and baby, let me tell you, your son, he's a looker. He's a looker. And he sounds like you. If you close your eyes when your son is on that screen, Denzel, baby, I thought it was you. Okay. Now I know you hear that too. He sounds just like you. Okay. What was him in that movie? That Black Klansman movie? Baby, I closed my eyes and I thought it was you. I said, no, that ain't Denzel. That's his son. But he is doing a great job. I want to say that, Denzel. And I definitely am proud of the fact that you have allowed him to carve his own path in this industry, And he's not getting roles based upon your accolades, baby, because he ain't gonna never be you, okay? That's what I can say. So we ain't gonna compare Lil Denzel to you. Now, second question. Who would you want to play you in your biopic? Who you want to play you? Who do you think would be able to play you in your biopic, Denzel? Because I think that that's going to be a hard role to fill, right? Who could play you? Now I mentioned, your son is in the acting. I don't know if he would be right to play you though, Denzel. What you think? Do you think that your son would be the right one to play you? Hmm? Thank you, Mika, for the heart me. Thank you for liking the live. Um, that's what I want to know. Who would you want to play you, Denzel? Okay, in your movie biopic, because baby, being you ain't easy. It ain't easy being you, Denzel. So that's what I would want to know. Who would you want to play you? Okay. Thank you guys for joining the live, liking the live, share it, make sure we tapping that screen. Okay. But yes, so Auntie Time with the Queen Sabrina. That is what we have for you kings and queens today. I thank everyone who tapped in, who joined the live, who liked the live. And as I always let you guys know, I am always on Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I also go live during the week on Wednesdays where I do a 10-minute of free consultations, and I do, business tips and tricks. And I also have been going live during the week, just talking to you guys about like parenting topics. Like I talked to you guys earlier this week about the importance of having short conversations with your children. Okay, we seem sometimes to think as parents that we need to have these long 20, 30, 45-minute conversations with our children when we don't necessarily have to, because we know that children have a short attention span. So I share with you guys that I walk my daughter to the bus stop every morning. It is a 7 to 8 minute walk to her bus stop. So every morning we have a 7 to 8 minute conversation. After she does her daily mantra that she says, I ask her, today will be what, Akari? She says, today will be a positive, productive day. I will be a leader, not a follower. I will be a leader because I have my own thoughts and opinions of things. Okay. So after she says that every morning, my next question to her is, a question about her thoughts and opinions. So I then say, well, what is your opinion on boys? Or what is your opinion on smoking? Or what is your opinion on sex? Or what is your opinion on this? So I give myself that opportunity to see where her head is, to see what she knows, to have that small conversation with her in the morning time, to impact her, to check in with her. I ask her, hey, how are things going at school? Hey, you having any problem with a teacher? Are you having any problem with anyone bullying you? You know, I ask these questions because I need to know. Okay? How do we know what's going on with our child if we're not speaking to them? Okay, so I go live about that too. So I'll probably be going live maybe Monday or Tuesday, just about parenting topics, about how to get our children to open up. It's a fine line between um, being a parent and then being their friend. Okay, because what we have to realize. Thank you, Mika, for the rose. Thank you for the TikTok. Thank you for the chile. Thank you, Mika. Oh, baby sent me an ice cream and a heart. And thank you for liking and sharing the live, Mika. I love the support that you give. And anyone on here, baby, follow Mika. Okay. Follow Mika. I know, Mika, you late. I know I was looking. I said, where is Mika? Mika is late. She is tarde. She's tarde today. Tarde is late in español. Yes, mucho comprende español, poquito habla. But I am definitely working on my español because, baby, I am from LA. So listen, I know a little bit of español. If you from LA and you don't know español, baby, you lying. Because baby, you done had a little Latino homegirl, and baby done put you up on game on all the little stuff, okay? Thank you, Angie Million, for the rose. Thank you for joining the live. I'm just letting y'all know, baby. So I am working on that Espanol because, baby, you get that bag when you bilingual. I'm just letting you know. That's one of my goals by the end of this year. I'm going to try to take me a test to get my certification to be speaking in Espanol because, baby, I'll be in these streets and they talking Spanish out here in Houston too. Let's not just think that it's in LA, baby. In Houston, they speak that Espanol, baby. It's Cubans out here, it's El Salvadorians, baby. And let me tell you, they blacker than me. And then they come with "Hola, cómo estás?" Blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute, hold on. You Latino? No problem, baby. Let me meet you where you at. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? Okay. I can speak a little bit of that lingo and don't let it be a issue, a problemo. Okay. If it's a problemo, baby, I don't know how my brain turns on, but I'm going to tell you, my Spanish kicks in. Okay. I remember, I had a little Latino neighbor and baby was leaving that trash in front of my door. I told her, no bueno aquí, la basura, I gotta go. Not here. No aquí. Okay, la basura. No, none of that. Okay, no bueno in front of my door. So I had to let her know, shit, no aquí la cucarachas y la basura, nothing, nada. Okay, nadia nunca, not ever put that trash in front of my door. Okay, let's try to get to 1K, guys. I want to get to 1K likes while I'm on here. So tap that screen and share that live. But yes, so I'm not gonna be on here for too much longer because I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, I gotta finish my daughter hair. Okay, I got maybe about an hour left on her hair. I'm doing her some little natural twists in her hair, and I gotta finish them because a mother is what 24/7, 7 days a week. Yay, we made it to our goal, 1K live. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if anybody is saying that, you get a break as a mother, they telling the whole lie. Okay. Even when someone is watching your child, Even when your child is at school, baby, you still are being a mother, because guess what? While your child at school, they could call you and say your child's sick. They could call you and say your child got in a fight. Why that person watching your child? They could call you and say, hey, your child done got sick. Okay. So we are always a mother. Okay. You are a mother until you die or your child dies. That's how that goes. And if anybody done told you any different, then I don't know what type of mother they are. And they may need to have a conversation with me, because let me tell you something. I know I am a mother 24/7, 7 days a week. Okay. I don't get no break. Okay. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm still being a mother, because guess what? If I'm sleeping and I hear something in the house, guess who got to get up? That mother. That mother got to get up. So, baby, don't ever let, nobody tell you that, oh, you just a mother on this day. No, baby, you are a mother 24/7, 7 days a week. Once that baby comes out that womb and you get that title of being mother, hey, it don't stop. Because guess what? My mama's getting ready to be 73, and she's still a mother. So just because I'm a mother, she didn't stop being my mother. I still call her. Shoot, I remember when I had my daughter, and I wanted my daughter to call me mother instead of mama. Okay. Because that's what my daughter calls me. She calls me mother. And it's not to be bougie or anything like that. It's to pay homage to my mother, because that's what I call my mother, is mother. And I asked her, why did she want me to call her mother? Because like I have shared with y'all, I grew up in the Pueblo del Rio housing projects. Okay. So if you don't know where they are or what they about, please Google the Pueblo del Rio housing projects, because baby, we be on the news. Okay. It be popping over there in the Pueblo del Rios. Okay. In the Rios, we could get it popping. So just imagine, okay, me being a girl in the projects, okay, with a bunch of hood people, and I'm saying, oh, mother, mother, mother. They like, why are you calling your mama mother? I said, because she don't answer to nothing else. Okay. And then I had to ask her, why do you make us call you mother? And her response was, because I'm not your mama or your mammy. I am your mother. So it was a thing, it was a pact that my mother and her sisters made, that they said that they were going to make their children call them mother. 100% accurate. All my cousins call my aunties mother. Okay. And they said because mama sounded too much like mammy. And as we all know, the history of the word mammy is what the white slave owners called the black slaves who took care of their children. When they didn't want to take care of their children, they told their children, oh, go to your mammy. Excuse me? Go to your mammy. So my mother and her sister said, we ain't nobody's mammy. We ain't no slave raising no white woman's child. We are a mother, and that is what you will call us, because I am your mother. I'm the one who had you. I ain't your mammy. I'm your mother. So that is the history as to why I call my mother mother, as to why my daughter calls me mother, and as to why her children gonna call her mother, because we gonna keep that going. And that's how I paid homage to my mother, by making sure that my daughter calls me mother. Okay. So that is it. That is all for this week with Auntie Time with the Queen. Okay, baby. I will tap in with you guys next Sunday and during the week. Okay. Watch out for my posts. Watch out for my lives, because guess what? Baby got to be a mother and not an auntie. Although that was the title I had first. I have been an auntie since the age of 7. Okay. Peace and blessings, kings and queens. I will see you next week. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye, YouTube. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. Boom, boom, boom.